Hi, and welcome to Cuisine Critiques. I'm in the kitchen about to prepare me some bang bang shrimp, which will be my main entree for this evening, air fried. But I'm not here to tell you about my meal or show you the preparation of it. In fact, I won't even be the one that will be doing the critique on this edition. Um, though she will probably introduce herself in earnest at a later time. Today, we are going to be graced with the presence of Seresa Pleasant. Seresa Pleasant is a VLF family member, but she has, I don't know if you call it unique, but she has a to-do or bucket list of different restaurants that she is trying and have tried. So I'm going to turn this over to Saresa. She is going to critique three different locations. I'm hoping this will only be the beginning of her foray into the cuisine critiques because she's quite knowledgeable on when she describes her meals. We had a conversation on Saturday, and I saw how knowledgeable she was. But let me stop rambling again. Let me turn you over to Seresa Pleasant, and this is her edition of Cuisine Critiques.
Hello, my name is Seresa Pleasant. It is my pleasure and my honor to give you all a food critique. And I had the opportunity to visit a restaurant called Stanford Grill in Columbia about a week ago. I treated my husband there for his birthday, and I chose actually the restaurant was referred to us. And once I looked at the menu, I thought that this would be a nice restaurant to try. And as you can see, the exterior of the restaurant is nice, clean, welcoming, and inviting. There was the hostess, greeted us immediately, and gave us directed us to our seat. Now, whenever I can book a restaurant, I always like to do it through Open Table, and when I do that, I always look at the book, always look at the reviews to make sure there's not too many negative comments. If there are, then I would just try another restaurant. So I just thought the comments were really good. And so my husband started out with his appetizer. He tried the oysters. Now, he said they were good. They were a little small, but nevertheless, he said those were delicious. But for my appetizer, I chose the cornbread. Now, I did not expect the cornbread to come out on a skillet, but the cornbread was good. I think it could be a little bit more moist, but it wasn't too sweet. But it was I could tell, I could say that it could be a little bit more moist, but it was good. I only ate a We only ate a little bit of it, and I had a chance to take the rest home and eat it over the next couple of days. Now, my husband chose the rainbow trout, mashed potatoes, and spinach. Now, he wasn't too fond of the flavoring. Now, he said it could use a little bit more flavor. But my taste buds didn't see anything wrong with it. I think it was seasoned just right. Now, I have a habit. I don't like too much. I don't really like seasoning with too much salt. But I felt that the texture of the mashed potatoes was good. The spinach was well cooked, and the fish was just right. But in his opinion, he said it could have a little bit more flavor. And nevertheless, I tried the ribs. Now, I saw on the menu that the ribs and rotisserie chicken was a couple of the highlights of their menu. And so the ribs was good. Now, I did have to ask for a little bit more barbecue sauce to put on the ribs, but I could only eat half. The ribs usually comes with just regular fries, but I don't eat regular fries. I always like the sweet potato fries because they're a little bit more healthier. So the fries was crispy, it was tasty, and I enjoyed it. But with the ribs, also came along a plate with a towel. Now, how many restaurants have you patronize when you order ribs that they actually serve a towel. Normally, they give you these little tiny towelettes that you can wipe your hands with after you finish with the ribs, but I've just felt that it was a nice touch. I've never seen it before. I was extremely impressed, but I definitely would recommend this restaurant. The waitress, that's the ambiance of the restaurant was A+. And so I would definitely recommend this restaurant to you all, and just stay tuned for more food critiques from myself. See you next time. Hello, my name is Seresa Pleasant, and I am here to give you another food critique of a restaurant called Ethel's Creole Kitchen. I feel that it was the best kept secret in Baltimore City, and it's located in the Mount Washington area, right off of York Road. And it reminds me of the row of restaurants and businesses along Hamden. And so if you ever been in the Hamden area right off of 34th Street, it kind of reminds me of that. Now this restaurant has a upstairs and a downstairs, and you can also have a choice to eat outside in the front. It almost reminds me, it has a little bit of a New Orleans flair. And so it was very inviting. The parking is you can park at the light rail station at the Mount Washington light rail station. So the parking, then you also have the city parking that's right across the street from another business that's maybe like a few feet away from the Mount Washington Tavern. So it's easy to get to, but it's kind of tucked and hidden away. So you may be tricked a little bit when you try to find it the first time. But once you find it and get inside, my goodness, when you get inside, it reminds you a little bit of the restaurants in New Orleans. If you ever been there, to the restaurants there, it just reminds me, it just sits upon the small street where the parking is tight. But once you find it, you will have no problems in the future. And so they like to start off with the cornbread and scallion honey butter spread. It is so delicious. The cornbread is made in-house, and this honey butter spread, it just puts an extra special touch on it, and it's not too dry. It's not too sweet. It's perfect. The moist level is absolutely amazing. So I highly recommend the cornbread with the scallion honey butter spread. Next, they have this toasted pecan apple salad. Now, when I ate here, I could not eat much on the menu because I was fasting for Lent. But they have this delicious apple salad. The way they decorate the salad, it makes it too pretty and too pretty to even touch. But they must have food artists back there in the kitchen, because the food just looks so pretty and so beautiful the way they present it. Next, they have these ribs, mashed potatoes, and vegetables. The ribs are delicious. They truly fall off the bone, and they give you plenty of barbecue sauce to just marinate the ribs even more. Delicious. And I've tried ribs at several different places, but this by far has to be my favorite place to order ribs. Next, they have this red beans and rice. They give you so much that you really do not need to order anything else. Pair this with the cornbread and you have yourself a full meal. And then, wow, the dessert. They don't have a lot on the dessert menu, but the desserts that they do serve is absolutely delicious. They have this chocolate pecan bread pudding. Yummy. I tell you, by giving this food critique, I'm in the mood to go back there for dinner sometime soon. And so I definitely highly recommend Ethel's Creole Kitchen. You will not be disappointed from the excellent customer service. The quaint, small environment is definitely absolutely beautiful. I highly recommend it for a date night, and I guarantee you will be back. I'll be back later on for some more food critiques. See you soon. Well, hello, I'm back. My name is Seresa Pleasant, and I'm here to give you a full critique of Miss Toya's Creole house, which is located in the newly renovated Northwood Commons Shopping Center, which is located in Baltimore City near Morgan State University. Now, this restaurant is not new at all, but this restaurant is new to the Baltimore area. They do have a location in Silver Spring, and I was pleasantly pleased that another Black owned restaurant opened here in the city. And as you can see, it is ample parking. If you get to the shopping center in enough time, it depends on when you arrive during the day, you should not have any problems parking right between footsteps from the front door. Now, when you come in, they have hostesses will greet you. Their waiting room they really don't have a ample waiting area. So they will give you, they will ask you for your phone number. So if they are crowded and they can't seat you right away, they will ask you for your phone number and they will text you when they are ready to seat. Now, the menu prices are competitive to the prices of restaurants here in the Baltimore area. They're pretty much competitive. And don't have a large menu, but it definitely is enough for you to choose from and be able to satisfy your palate. Well, I had the pleasure to try the 5-cheese mac and smash burger. Now, the mac came out on the skillet and I absolutely loved it. It was cheesy. It was just basically, for me, the cheesier the better. And so the mac and cheese, the cheese was good. The smash burger was delicious. Actually, they top it with a fried egg. And as you know, the burger and the egg are both protein. So you will be extremely full when you finish this burger. So that was absolutely delicious. My husband tried the catfish and grits. Now, even though I can't do the grits, it may have had seafood or some kind of seafood inside of it. I'm not too sure, but my husband did enjoy that as well. And then last but not least, I tried the strawberry lemonade. Normally when I go out to restaurants, I do not order drinks too much, but I wanted to try their strawberry lemonade, and so that was really, really good. Overall, this restaurant is nice. Sometimes it can get a little crowded. It's not a big venue. And the only thing that I disapprove of, and sometimes when you go to restaurants, if you have a shellfish allergy like I do, please, please, please ask them if they prepare all their fried foods in the same grease. Because if they prepare it in the same grease, basically you will be more limited on what you can order from the menu. That is my only hindrance of this restaurant. But overall, it really is, it's good. But only thing is, it depends on what time of the day you visit. But overall, the food is good. The vibe was good. It was nice. I would not recommend this place like if you're looking for something like a more quiet atmosphere. Not too much foot traffic, because they have a lot of foot traffic since the space is small. You know, the wait staff and waitresses, you see a lot of movement. But other than that, I feel this restaurant is good. But if you do have any kind of food allergies, then I would not recommend this restaurant to you unless you are pretty okay with eating a burger and some fries. But I'm sure that is something that you can order anywhere. But overall, I do recommend it definitely if you are a seafood lover. So, all right, take care, and I'll see you on the next critique.